In this lesson, we'll be working on a quick project to review transparency and effects. If you'd like to follow along, go under the File menu to Open, and in the Sample Files folder, scroll down to 1406, creating a transparent design, and just click Open. Let's start by applying a couple of inner shadow effects to simulate a double beveled mat. I'm going to click on this red rectangle, and you can see that there is a white stroke applied to that rectangle as well. And to the entire object, I'm going to apply an inner shadow. And let me just increase the distance a little bit of that shadow, go further and further into the object. And I'm going to change the angle somewhat to about 135 degrees. The opacity seems to be way too dark, so let me go down to about 60%. And I'm going to choke this shadow in just a little bit to make it darker further in and increase the size. And add just a little bit of noise. And now click OK. Well, that's kind of looking like a beveled mat. Let me select this red rectangle again. I want to apply something very similar to the white stroke around my image. So I'm just going to click that effect and apply it by dragging it to the image and letting go. Really kind of nice. It does look like a double bevel effect. Now, I want to apply a drop shadow to this top headline. Let me go to my FX pop-up menu to drop shadow. It's offset a bit much. Let me just make it a little bit less. That looks good. Everything else I think is working fine. Let me add just a little bit of noise and click OK. This effect that I have for this headline, I also want in the continuation of the headline. So I'm going to click and drag that FX symbol to that text frame and just let go. And I applied exactly that same effect. I also want to apply that same effect to the red rectangle down the bottom of the page, that long, thin rectangle. I'm going to drag it off to the side here, just so I don't apply it to the text, because there is a text frame here as well. And let me now select my blue square down the bottom, and I'm going to change the blending mode to multiply so we can see right through it, and you can see how it's making the red underneath it much darker. Maybe I need to lower the opacity just a little bit. I'm going to play with this and see what I get. That's a bit too much. Let me go to about 80% opaque. And let me just click off of this and see what it looks like. Really kind of nice. Now, of course, with a lot of these effects, like the headline effect here of the drop shadow, I would probably save this look, this formatting that I've created here for this object as an object style to be able to apply it again and again. And you can see how we achieved a very cool kind of a look very easily just by applying a few effects. In the next lesson, we're going to begin discussing printing.